Isn't this friggin' amazing? Pristine condition. You can't find it like this anywhere. It's unfucking believable. I'm gonna tell you a backstory on why and how and such. And the reason why I'm a little angry. But, Jesus Christ, if this ain't pristine from 1990. I can't wait to put wires on it. Oh no! Alright, so I was going to work this morning, and the speakers to this are thrown out, and all this is here, so I thought this would be, the heart. I must take it all. I must take it all. It's amazing stuff. Look at this carousel. It's amazing. And it's always cleanable too. I know there's a little dust here, but believe it or not, I took all these apart, every single one of them, all the screws out, took the covers off, and blew it out with the leaf blower. That's the best way to clean electronics. You don't want dust settling on things and shorting things out. Slowly, surely leaking capacitors. You don't want that. This is amazing. I can't wait to see what this looks like. This thing right here. Supposedly it's going to light up with like LED from, it's supposed to be from 1990, but it's basically 80s, so it should go, it should be old school. Can't wait to see it. I can't wait to use this tape deck, not on this, but on that. Yeah, plug right in. Focus. It's probably because I have a light on. Yeah, okay. There's just a light. But, yeah. Alright, now the backstory. This is down the block from me. It's a person that was a couple years older than me. Bullied me when I was old enough to walk out to the fence. But became kind of a friend, almost, kind of. He's in jail right now for 15 and a half years because he became a police officer. Meanwhile, he was in the communications before this, which is pretty cool all by itself. But no, I want to become a police officer because I like guns, and I'll tell you why he likes guns. But basically, he got hooked to painkillers because there was a car accident that he was involved in, being a police officer, in a squad car. So started taking the pills, loved them so much, I want more and more. So he actually found a dealer. He found a dealer. This New York City police officer from Long Island, Suffolk County, found a dealer and started sucking him down in such a way that to kill oneself, I would say. So he got caught up in the whole mess, owed money. So guess what he did? The precinct he works in, he actually stole their weapons. He took 9mm Glocks, Glock 17s or whatever it is that they carry there, and gave them to the dealer. There was a bunch of people arrested. And he got 15 and a half years. And this is a person I used to have sleepovers with. But it's probably his older brother's stereo because I found an old Black Sabbath tape actually in here. I'm sorry it's low light. Shit, I gotta put the light back on. Yeah, in here, and it's really pristine, dude. It's really good. I mean, dude and duets. There's duets. It's pristine. Look at all the rollers. Everything's clean. Oh, God. 1990. It's like pristine. But it says computer-controlled receiver. I don't even know what that means. There's some hookups in the back. It says, oh, this computer side of it. Yeah, where is it? Where is it? Oh, there it is. Computer link synchro. So you're supposed to like synchronize it with a computer somehow through a quarter-inch jack. I don't know what they're saying. So yeah, I cannot wait to put the new cords on this. And guess what? Guess what storing the cords is? I actually went to the gas station to vacuum out the battery, believe it or not, in my car because there was a lot of corrosion around the terminals. And I love to use the vacuum at the gas station because who gives a fuck? So I went over there and I actually found a whole bunch of what's that shit? The fucking special internet that they supply around here. I found all the remote controls, all the batteries, all the stuff. Like the actual power supply to these things. It looks like a power supply, like a power supply to a laptop. Very strange. But I got the wires for this. Now I do, and they weren't this short when I found it, but I cut them off because they're nasty. It's good shit. All clean, like I would say this is 1991, 2001. It's actually that pretty good. I already had them open, had the cases off them. They all look good. That is something. Jeez, I want to see what that looks like. Wow. Alright, so, yeah, so his father, and this probably wasn't even Nick's. This was probably not even Nick, the guy who's in prison right now. It's probably his older brothers, because, that tape is way too old that's way beyond when he was born. His brother's born in, like, the late 60s or something like that. He was born in the early 80s. Yeah, at least a 9-year apart or something like that. But yeah, I found Paranoid in there. Paranoid's in there. So now I have that tape. I had to clean it probably. But everything else is pretty clean. The house is always pretty clean. I was actually friends with him. We had sleepovers, but he was always kind of a little bit on the nut side. Let me explain. We had a sleepover, and, I have this little shed in my backyard, and it's not a shed. It was always meant to be and designed to be a playhouse, sleepover thing. It has shag carpeting when it got to my residence, when I was a kid. I'm only 37. I should be 57, but I'm not. So, basically, he brought over a 22 long rifle. Really nice, actually. Really, really cool one. But should not have brought it out of the house. And then he proceeds to go onto my neighbor's property behind me, which is the new owners now, but it used to be a friend of ours. I'm not going to say last name. So basically, we slept in my little playhouse that night with a 22 long rifle. Because he basically slept with it, I think. And it's the first time I tried fire water. Was over his house. I must have been about 11 years old. Just willing to hang out with anybody. And I was always more mature for my age. It was like, I was ahead of my time in a way. So there was hunting rifles, a lot of shotguns. Thank God he did not take out a shotgun. It was just a 22, but 22 could still be lethal, so it's still no good. Anyway, everything's fine. And guess what? Let me go outside with you. Pleasant surprise. Maybe even a puppy. No, I need a new puppy. Take a look at this shit. See, there's something missing here? Something missing, right? Well, guess what? This guy behind me did the right thing. He actually sent people to my house on Monday after the storm and started on last Thursday night. It's all gone. It's all gone. The big mess and a quarter, and that's saying it lightly. They did a good job. They really did. And, the South American Mexican workers always always had the worth ethic. So, you know. And then others are kind of like lame. But for the most part, yeah, most of them are good. And very friendly. So, it's all cleaned up. And I'll update you with if those stereos work. I bet you they do. Just have a disagreeable father just wants to sabotage shit and throw it out to the road, even though it's vintage and should be cherished. But anyway, fuck him. Good night.